There was the little boy whose hobby was building model ships and model airplanes. And he used to save his money from his little paper route, and he'd go buy a model of a ship or a battleship or a jet fighter or something like this, and he'd get the instructions out, and he'd get his little tube of glue, and he would read it, and he would build a model of the USS Nimitz or the HMS Reliant or something like that. He would build models of ships or of airplanes, of fighter planes. And that was his hobby. And all around his room, he had all these models on little shelves and things like this, and on the windowsill that he built. And this was his hobby. This is what this kid loved to do. He could spend hours building these models. Well, once upon a time, one day, he was coming home from his paper route, and he saw a model of a huge new aircraft carrier. But the thing cost a fortune. He just didn't have that money. Boy, he wanted that model. He wanted to have that in his collection. He wanted to sit down and assemble it, work on it. It made him feel like he achieved something or completed something when he finished a model. And that thing would have been the coup de grace. That would have been la pierre à résistance. He really wanted it, this kid. It's just too much money. But he had a father who loved him. And his birthday came soon. And he opens the present, and it's the box with the model. It's the ship he wanted. And the kid was flabbergasted. He was overjoyed. He never could have possibly afforded that model himself. He didn't make enough on his paper route to buy this expensive model. So his father got it for him. He didn't earn it. He did nothing to obtain it. It was given to him. But he had to open up the box, and he had to read the instructions very carefully. And he had to assemble it. It was all there. It was a gift. There was a picture on the box. He knew how great it was going to be once he had it. But it was going to take a fair bit of work to assemble a model that size. Read the instructions. Wait for the glue to dry. A bit of this and a bit of that. He didn't work for it, but he worked it out. Our salvation, we don't work for it. God gave it to us through Jesus. We don't work for it. We could never earn it. We have sin. We couldn't possibly earn it. Only someone who was sinless could earn it, and everybody had sin, so God had to become a man. Otherwise, there could be no salvation. Well, okay, it's a gift. We don't work for it, but we work it out. We read the instructions carefully. Here's the instructions. And we put it together. And when Jesus comes, we say, "Here, Lord, here's what I did with what you gave me. Thank you so much for this gift. I couldn't have done it without you. I couldn't have earned it. Couldn't have worked for it. But I read the instructions, and I did work it out."